If you guys are looking to get that competitive edge, then go and get yourself some G Fuel from gfuel.com. The link is down in the description. Use code CAPGUN to get yourself a fat discount. You're right, guys, it's Capgun Tom here, and welcome to the first team takedown of FIFA 20. I'm super excited to get this series underway. Now, we're going to be playing the same rules as we finished FIFA 19 with, so if you are a veteran of the series, then you will know exactly what's going on. But if you are new to the series, it's not too bad, because as of the next episode, I will be adding a new element to the series. There will be a wheel that I will be able to spin, and it will have lots of different rules. And each episode at the start, we will spin the wheel and we will have a different rule set for each episode. It's not going to be too much of a big change because I don't want to make the series confusing, but for example, one thing a lot of people wanted to see in this series was no icons. So for example, that will be on the wheel and we could potentially have to build our squads with no icons. Now I need your help in this. I want you to let me know down in the comments section any rules that you would like me to add to the wheel. I'll probably pick from the best ones or the ones that are most commented up, as long as I think that they'll work in sort of like the series, kind of like over scheme, the scheme of the series. As long as it sort of fits, I might add it on to the wheel, and it should make the series a lot more varied and not the same every single episode. Now I am in my new setup. The plant has made it, so that is the main important thing, but it is a little bit it's a bit boring, but I can't really put anything behind me because I've got a door right there and I can't really put anything on the door, so yeah, we're just going to have to work with what we've got. This is going to be the backdrop, but we'll have the wheel probably right here at some point. Now, we do need to have a player for today's episode, and I thought this is a good one because he's going to be a one to watch as of this week. It's none other than Joao Felix. Now, Joao Felix obviously has the 5-star skill moves and the 4-star weak foot. What's going to be really nice about his one to watch card is that if he does get like any inform, which I think is highly likely because he is just on fire at the moment, he'll go up like 2-3 ratings or something like that, so his card or his one to watch should be very, very valuable. He's been extinct pretty much at the start of the game, but they upped his price range yesterday and he's about 18,000 coins at the moment. Now we do need an opponent for today's episode, and that is going to be none other than my ginger brother from another mother, Jack54.
Hello, how's it going everybody? Ready for a FIFA 20 season of Team Takedown?
Hell yeah, man, it is time. We are ready. We are pumped. We are gassed. The long summer months. I know that a lot of people talk about those long winter months, but the long summer months are over, and we now have a game to play because FIFA 20's here, and we're all gassed to get on with it. Now I will be editing this series a lot harder than I did in previous years. There won't be big gaps where we're thinking. We're going to be like, this is what I think. This is my question, this is what I think, this is my question. So it'll be a lot more snappy for you because I know that the sort of episodes were going on quite a long time. So I'm going to really work hard to make sure you guys enjoy this series as much as possible. Now, Jack, we are going to need a second player from the store, and if you are new to this series, I'll sort of explain how it's going to work. The first part of this series is we get a second player from a pack to go into our squad with our Joao Felix. Can't be the same nation, can't be a goalkeeper, and can't be from the same league as Joao Felix to make it a little bit more difficult to build the squad. And then we go get a formation. And then once we have our formation, we'll go away and build the teams off screen and we'll show them to you. But we'll get into that a little bit more, and then I'll sort of explain all the guessing later on. So Jack, I've got a couple of special packs. You're going to be wading your way through sort of like the gold pack. It's going to be relatively difficult to get something out of these packs. So do bear with us, guys, as I will put in a little cut here. Now my first pack is this 25k pack, which is going to give me absolute bread.
Borja Valero.
I mean, I've got Sabitzer, which doesn't look like too bad a card, to be honest. Oh, okay, I've got my second player, Jack. I'm going to be using Naby Keita from Liverpool.
Okay, that's decent. Rate that. Rate it.
Nice little Mali player. Going to make this a nice and tricky hybrid for sure, isn't it? Very tricky hybrid.
Okay, I've got Joe Gomez.
Oh, okay, so another Liverpool player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that work? I think he's a decent player anyway, isn't he? So.
Yeah, definitely one that's going to be getting put into people's starter teams because he's got like decent pace and stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Right. Okay, so I think you're slightly at advantage because obviously Joe Gomez is English, easier to link, and he's further away from Joao Felix. Now we're going to be able to use Joao Felix as striker, centre forward, or cam, depending on our formation. Now we're going to be super slow going through the menus because let's face it, it's all new and it's all confusing. So just bear with us, guys. Jack, I'm currently scrolling. Do you want to tell me when to stop?
Stop.
What formation is it? 4-1-4-1. Okay, so Joao Felix is going to be my lone striker then.
Wow, that is horrendous. Right, I'm spinning through us now. through as well now.
And stop.
Oh my word. 3-1-4-2.
That's the same. That's the formation that was there last year. In fact, are there any actually new formations this year?
No, I don't think there is.
How can they not put any new formations in? They should have. It's just for squad building. As squad builders, we want new formations because it brings up a whole load of new possibilities. Or if they just change the links in some of the formations, like for example, not had all of these links. Maybe in the formation I've got on the screen, maybe the right back could link to the centre mid instead of the right mid. I mean, that doesn't make as much sense, but you kind of get the idea. If they changed the links or just did something, that'd be great. But unfortunately, they just taken the lazy option and done nothing at all, which is great. Okay. So what happens now, guys, is we have our formations, we have our 2 players. What we'll do is we'll go away, and off camera we will build our entire squad. Now, if you don't want to see the team, so that you can play along with the guessing, you want to look away now, because I'm about to show the team, and wait for me to say look back. So if you don't want to see the team, look away now. Right, so here are our 2 finished squads. Take them in, remember them, do what you have to do, maybe even take a picture of them as we're about to remove them and get into the guessing. And if you were looking away, you are now welcome to look back, as me and Jack have reversed our teams. So he has my team underneath him and I have his team underneath me. Kind of like a blank canvas, so we can work our way around position by position, trying to work out what each other have. Now, because this is the first team takedown of the year, I thought I'd go through implicitly explaining every single rule. So when it came to the squad building, you're allowed to move players a maximum of 1 position. So cams can become centre mids, but they cannot become CDMs because you have to put 2 position cards on them. However, on the wing, that doesn't count. So for example, a right forward could become a right mid, as there's a smaller selection of right wingers and stuff on this game, and it means that it would be really difficult to build squads at times. You can use a maximum of 1 icon, and every single player in your squad must have full chemistry. Now, into the rules for guessing. The way the guessing works is there is 10 rounds overall. Jack will get to go first as he is the guest. He gets to say a position in my team. He then gets to ask 2 yes or no questions about that position, and then the third part of it is he gets to have a guess at the player. If he gets it right, then I will have to have that player replaced by him at the end with a bronze. If Jack gets his guess on the player correct, he gets another go. However, if he gets it wrong, play switches to me and I get a go. You can have a maximum of 3 correct guesses in a row before the play is forced to switch to your opponent, just because otherwise you could decimate their entire team. And the only defense you have as the player who's having his players guessed against is that you have the safety. Now, you can call the safety once per game, and what that means is that your opponent will ask no more questions about the player. They will just have a straight up guess. So you can call it at any time you want. The opponent will just have to have a straight up guess at the player. They can still get it right, and you'll still get a bronze in that position. However, if they get it wrong, it doesn't count as a go for them, and they will get to move on to the next position as if that didn't count. It's a good way of kind of like giving yourself a chance to save the player if it's a super obvious one. Maybe you had to use someone because you were forced into it for chemistry. It gives you a chance of keeping that player, and it's actually quite tactical as well. However, there is a benefit to not using your safety. If you don't use your safety and then the game ends as a draw or you win, you get an extra discard on your opponent's team. As for the game at the end, the discards are decided by the number of goals difference between the 2 players, and the bronzes in the squad will actually represent the players that you had in there originally. So for example, if you put Prime Hullet into your team, he was guessed and he's a bronze. If that bronze gets picked at the end in the search and discard part of the series, then you will have to discard Hullet. So you've got to be super safe, Jack. You've got to be careful, because there's a lot of coins on the line at this early stage of the game. So that's the brief of the rules. Apologies if you knew them already, but I'm sure there's lots of new people watching this video today, and if you are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. What I will do is I will write down all of the rules in like a notepad or a Google Doc or something down in the description for the next episode once I bring in the wheel, because I think it will be easier to keep track of everything and there won't be any rule disputes. Now, Jack, it is your turn as the guest to take us away for the first episode of Team Takedown of the year. So what are you thinking? How are we going to play it?
Well, there are. I'm looking. First of all, I was looking at like Malian links, and there is 2 Malian centre mids from the Bundesliga. But if you were to include them, I don't know really how to get Joao Felix on full chem unless you went left mid, Atletico, right mid, Atletico, or like obviously a club or obviously a nation league link, which I don't think there's many of in the La Liga. And then as well, you would have had to have Malian centre backs as well. So I think that idea is out the window. So I am going to. I'm going to go for your. I'm going to go for your left centre mid first, mate.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, do they link to Joao Felix and Naby Keita?
They do.
They do. Okay. And what I will say next then, I don't know whether you would have used an icon. I just don't know. Have I struck on your icon now? Because there's obviously Ruben Neves, João Moutinho, Andre Gomez that would fill that spot, that idea. Or an icon. So I'm going to say, do you have an icon?
I don't.
No! No. Okay. We're going to obviously have to take a guess now. So I'm going to go, have you got... João Moutinho?
I do not have Joao Moutinho.
I hate you so much.
Let's go. Let's flippin' go. Right, so somehow make it through round number 1. It's now round number 2. My turn. I'm going to go, Jack, for your right centre... No. Striker. Your left striker.
Left striker. All right, mate. I'm going to go safety on that one.
Why?
Because I always forget about my safety. People have a massive go at me. So I feel like this is the safety because if you find out this player, you can probably find out the rest of my team. So,
ooh, Jack giving away information there. I like it.
or am I
right?
bluffing? You never know.
Oh, he's just calling it now. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Okay, so I've really got absolutely nothing to work on here. What I'm thinking is most likely Jack has used this opportunity to go Portugal to hybridise his team and go into something different on the left side, hence why he's called safety now, to stop me potentially working out what that jump is and therefore stopping me from working out what the rest of the players on the left side of the pitch are. So I think that I'm going to go with a Portuguese player. I'm going to just throw it out there now. I don't think Jack's swag baller enough yet to have Cristiano Ronaldo, so we're just going to discount him completely. The rest of them don't look all that interesting, except for this player here, who is 75 rated. He is a transfer. I think he had a Future Stars card last year. I think he played for Lille or something like that. It's Rafael Leao. He's actually 6'2" and has 4-star skills and 4-star weak foot. So, Jack, are you using Rafael Leao from Milan?
No, sir.
Right, well, it was a stab in the dark, but I do get another turn at another position.
You do.
Okay, so that wasn't round number 2. That was round number 1.5, I guess. Now we're on to round number 2. Jack's no longer at safety, so I have got some sort of advantage there. Jack, I'm going to go with your right midfielder.
Yep.
I'm going to say, does he play in La Liga?
No.
Is he Portuguese?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, I've been thinking about how this is going to work, Jack, and mainly thinking about how the centre-back behind the right mid will sort of link all of this together. Not saying that he even has to link, actually, because you could just have a strong link going across from the centre mid to the right mid. You could just have 2 Portuguese players, for example. There are a few. I'm thinking Bernardo Silva. He looks like the one that I would go with because it's just so easy to link him into the Premier League. You've also got Pizzi, who wouldn't be too difficult to link. You could use any sort of like Portuguese player from the Liga NOS into that centre mid position, have the strong link, and then have just like a strong link at your right centre back from the defence or your goalkeeper. So there are a few things that you can do. I did have a look at Inform Nani. I really don't think you're using him because I just can't see any way that you would make it work. And then Gelson Martins. Past that, you're not going to be able to use Hanani because he's La Liga. Quaresma just looks too much of a ball ache to get in. So I'm going to go and I'm going to say... Oh, you wouldn't have used Bernardo Silva. It's so bait. But would you? Jack, have you got Bernardo Silva at right mid?
No.
Oh, damn it. It's just too bait. It was too bait. I just went, I'm like a fish. I'm on the hook right now.
I'm going to go for your left mid.
My left mid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, do they link to Joao Felix and your left centre mid?
Yes, they do.
They do. Okay, do they play in La Liga?
They do not play in La Liga, no.
I'm going to say, do you have Jota?
I don't have Jota, no.
I hate you so much. Like, how do you dodge these bullets?
I'm like Neo right now. I'm like leaning back and the bullets are whistling over my head. Next up, Jack, I'm going to go for your right centre mid.
Yep.
I'm going to say, does he have a strong link to your right mid?
Does my right centre mid have a strong link to my right mid?
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. I'm pretty sure this guy is going to also be Portuguese. I think. Unless your left striker that you safetied was like Morata or something like that, or Diego Costa. And you have a strong link going into Joao Felix right there, because, you know, this guy's... I think you've just got 3 just weak links going into your fella here. So now we actually have our choice down to pretty much Pizzi or Gelson Martins. Those are the ones that I'm thinking you have at right mid, because obviously you don't have Bernardo Silva, and I've already ruled out Nani Quaresma and a whole load of others. So I'm going to say, is your player from Liga NOS?
No.
I think that's really good for me, because I think there's going to be less strong links to Gelson Martins. I think. Oh, I was looking at Liga and Portuguese players, Jack, and I was like, these look rubbish. And then I realised that someone has transferred out there. Are you using transferred Renato Sanchez?
I hate you.
Let's go, baby. First one of the series. Come on.
No, mate.
Okay, so I've put both Renato Sanchez and, assuming that you have got Gelson Martins into the squad. Now, the main problems I've got with your team now is that you've already sorted out the chemistry for those 2 players. You don't actually need any more links at all for them. The left side, I really don't know what's going on because of the safety. You could have like a La Liga player and then you go into like the nation on that side, or you just say fully La Liga, or you go left striker Portuguese with one of these random like Eder and go into the Russian league. But would you do that? I don't know, because I can't tell because you use the safety, right? So, I mean, I just can't think what I should do next. I guess I'll go with your left centre mid. And I'm going to say, does he play in La Liga?
No.
Is your left centre mid the same nation as your striker?
Yes.
Okay, so it's as I sort of kind of concluded earlier. You've got a La Liga striker and then you've got a left centre mid that links to him, which means I've got absolutely no idea who it could be. So I'm going to guess that you have gone with... I'm going to say Torreira.
No.
No Torreira? Okay,
No,
fair enough.
Not him, mate.
No point wasting time. You could have had Suarez there and you could have had Torreira behind him. Alright, okay, mate. Your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go for your left back.
My left back.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to call safety here. Apologies.
Okay.
Bit of a slow call, but...
I'm just going to... I was literally about to say the guy's name then, but I'm just going to have one last little check, actually. See, there's 2 options you could have done. Why did you call safety, man?
I feel like you might be on the right trail. Not that I know that you are, but it feels like you're very confident.
So basically, I think you've either got Hakimi or Grimaldo. I'm going to have to just go for the better one. I'm going to say, do you have Rafa?
What, a left back?
Oh no, sorry, not a left back. Grimaldo at left back, sorry. Grimaldo.
I don't have Grimaldo, no.
I hate you so much, man.
I like it. Right, okay, your turn. Again.
Okay, I'm going to go for your right centre mid now then.
Okay.
Do they link to Keita and Joao Felix?
Yes.
Do they play for Wolverhampton?
No.
This could be where your icon is. If they don't play for Everton, I have no idea what you've done, and you've completely baffled me. Okay, I've got a guess now. Do you have Andre Gomez?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, Andre Gomez.
Lovely icon there.
Okay, right. Okay. Okay, here we go, Jack. Now this is going to be a big call. I'm going to stick to my guns of what I think you've done with this left side of the pitch. I really don't think there's any point in me even attempting to have a guess at your defence because you've probably just gone full prem and just made it completely impossible for me to guess any of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for your left mid, and I'm going to say, is your left mid a nation that doesn't appear in the popular nations tab?
Yes.
He comes up in that list.
It does, yeah.
Dan, is your player French?
Yes.
Well, we know that you've gone either with Benzema or Griezmann up front, or Gamero, one of the three. But now it can be any French left mid, which I actually know there's not actually a huge selection of them, so that's good. Right, so French left wings, you've got Martial. I think he'll probably be leading the charge of who you might use. And then position left mid, let's have a look at the concepts. You've got Coman and Lamar. Lamar would make sense. Coman, you could have used any of those because there's loads of French centre-backs that you could easily use from the Premier League. I'm going to go and say, have you used Martial?
No.
Okay, it's the one that I wanted to play the least, so there you go. 3 rounds remaining, Jack. Your turn. Take us away.
Right. The centre-backs are just going to be Prem. Like, it's just Prem, and it's going to be, like you said previously, for me, it's just going to be a nightmare for me to really work out what you've done. So, for my last saving grace could be your right midfield. So that's the position I'm going to go for.
Yep.
And I will say, are they Portuguese?
No.
Do they play in La Liga?
Yes, they do.
There we are. That's the link, isn't it? Oh, you're so annoying. Would you have used Koke at right mid though? Probably just to be like safe. Even though he's 85 rated, he's just got the worst card ever. Or you could have just gone somewhere else because you've probably got all the links actually, haven't you? You probably don't even need an Atletico Madrid. No, I'm going to swerve them. I'm going to say, I've heard mental things about this guy. You can use Correa or thingy. I'm going to say, do you have Ousmane Dembele?
No!
Yes! Come on!
Man, I could've choked.
Get in there! Oh my god, I almost knocked over my whole setup.
Oh, yes! You gotta be kidding me. That was the one player that was most excited about using in the whole team.
Get in there.
I can't believe you actually managed to get that. Fair play, well played. Good work. Well played. You get another go, mate.
Cheers, mate. Right. I'm going to go for your right back.
Okay.
Does your right back play for... Does he play for Barcelona? I don't think he's going to.
No, he doesn't.
No. So you could go for Trippier. You could go for like Arias. That's another option. You could have Arias and then get Sanchez. Or you could have Trippier. But Trippier's card is not good. That's who it's between for me. So I'm going to say... I've got one more... Yeah, I have got one more. Okay. Have you got a Colombian right back?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have Trippier?
No, I don't. Okay, right. That means that we are now on round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I get the last guess, Jack. I've got nowhere left in your squad to go that I feel like I can guess. So you know what it's time for. It's time for the goalkeeper. Here's how we're going to do it, Jack. I'm going to say, is your goalkeeper 84 or 83 rated?
Yes.
Ooh.
Don't say that.
Is your goalkeeper either German or English?
Yes.
Oh, it's Leno or Pickford. Oh, please let me get this. Why would you use Pickford? Strong link. Leno is such a hidden one. Have you got Leno?
I hate you so much.
Yes, let's go. Come on, that's a big one. That's a big one.
Oh my god.
Yes! Oh, take that. I will take that any day of the week. Right, okay, I guess what we got to do is we've got to reveal our teams to each other so that we can then go away and give each other a couple of bronzes. If I could remember how to even swap a squad. I can't even do that. So, Joao Felix squad, here it is. My 4-1-4-1. You asked at right centre mid if I had Andre Gomez. No, I didn't have him at right centre mid because I had him at left centre mid. Go on, Andy.
Oh.
Snuck him through. I choked. The big choke for me was the fact that I used my safety on my left back. I thought you were right on the right course, but you were completely wrong. You thought I had Guerrero or you thought that I had Rafa, but actually I was using Bruma and therefore my left back is Haps. Ooh. So if I hadn't used my safety there, I probably would have got away with that. And then I would have been able to save Dembele, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. Now the way that Dembele gets links, Jack, is that I'm playing Vieira at right centre mid.
Wow.
So there's quite a lot on the line. I'm very nervous, especially since like I spent every single penny I've got on Vieira. That
Tom,
literally all of my FIFA points
Tom,
went onto
I
Vieira.
don't have a goalkeeper.
You don't have a goalkeeper. This is true.
You can literally shoot from anywhere and it's probably going to go in. Although I did have some mad bronze goalkeeper in squad battles who was like unreal. So.
Okay. Well, I'll just try and make sure I don't pick him. The rest of my team going back into the Prem from the left back position. Ake, I've got Alderweireld at right centre back because I've packed him like 7 times already. Aurier in form at right back. Edison in goal. And then I think you know the rest of it. So do you want to put me out of my misery or the misery for the rest of your players in your team?
Yeah. So left striker was Gamero. I just thought it was kind of a good option to go down because there's quite a few like French strikers in La Liga. So. Thought you wouldn't really guess him. Then I got Tolisso and Coman.
Oh, okay,
perfect link. Obviously, nice. You know my right centre mid and right mid, Gelson Martins, and now a bronze instead of Renato Sanchez. And then CDM, I wanted to go for Lerma and then get Sanchez right centre back and Ake left centre back, and then Gomez for the middle, and then Leno in goal. But I quickly realised that Lerma is now transferred to someone else, even though he's still on like foot ahead and foot bin and that. Concept, so it threw me off a bit. So as a quick alternative, I went for Gundogan CDM just because I wanted a player that I could link via club but then also via nation, and there's not really many others that you can do that apart from the obvious ones like Fabinho, Fernandinho, Gundogan. Then right centre back I've got Rudiger, left centre back I've got Stones, middle Gomez, and then
okay, so Jack, we need to get you some players for your squad. Firstly, I couldn't find a Portuguese Liga and bronze to go into that centre mid position. There is a goalkeeper, but I'm not going to give you a goalkeeper to go there. So what I'm going to give you is I'm going to give you a player who's from the Premier League, so we'll get himself full chem, Joao Felix full chem, and just not quite get Gelson Martins there. You're going to have Bruno Jordão. I don't know why Wolves love a Portuguese player quite so much, but this is their 3rd Portuguese centre mid. I mean, perfect links all over the place. The unfortunate thing is he's not one of the good ones. He's bronze and he's 60 rated.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is absolutely fantastic then.
He's got 67 dribbling. That's his best stat. Everything else is like 55 or 58 and below. So there you go. You got him. I kind of forced into giving you him. Now you could have any bronze goalkeeper from the Premier League. So the one I've decided to go with. Obviously, I don't want to give you a good player, so I've given you Diverst. Diverst, yeah. I think his name might actually be Dewhurst, but we're going to assume he's German for the purpose of the video. So he is literally Diverst. He's 53 rated.
Wow.
He plays for Sheffield. To be fair to him, he is 6'2".
Tom, mate, there's not a single. 5 stats are in his 50s, and he's got 32 speed. Not really that much difference, but
he's only 18. Jack, don't hate on him too much.
I actually don't care.
Right, okay, Jack. Who would you like to give me for my right mid? You can give me pretty much any bronze La Liga player, I think. I don't think you're going to find a French La Liga bronze.
Okay, right. Let's have a little look for you, mate. So, I'm going to give you... I think he plays for West Ham.
Yeah, that's good.
And he is a right midfielder, yeah. Portuguese.
And
name?
then I'm not really sure how to say this. Masaka Ju.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to hint
He's
to
a
you
right
to try and pronounce
midfielder with.
it.
He's a right midfielder with 2-star skills and 76 pace. What is he doing?
My goal.
What is the point?
Mate, Dewhurst has the same amount of skilled moves as him.
Well, there you go, guys. There are the 2 completed squads. What we'll do is we'll go and get into a game. Of course, there's a lot on the line. The scoreline will dictate how many discards there are going to be at the end. So let's go get into it. Okay, so here we go into the first team takedown game of the year. Good luck, Jack. Please don't beat me. Oh my lord, what is this? What is going on down here? Hey, he's off. He's off. This is my actual first game on my main account, Jack, so I don't really want to start off the year with a loss. So if you could just not beat me, that'd be great. I don't see much going on in front of me, unfortunately. Ooh. There's some space. There's space. Go on, let's go, Joao Felix.
My goalkeeper's terrible, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yes, I forgot. Just shoot from anywhere, Joao. We'll get some goals, mate. We will get some goals.
Why am I playing away?
Just hit this and see if it goes in. Oh no, get on target, it'll go in. I see space. Joao Felix is there, he's taking the shot and Diverse.
Jesus.
Oh, sweet, good. Yes, good save, Edison. Go on, baby. There's space. Just get on target. Let's go. I actually feel quite dirty the fact that you've got a bronze goalkeeper literally not going to save a thing, is he?
No. Kata looks pretty decent.
Yeah, he does actually. Oh, look at him run. Jack, you shouldn't have said anything. You shouldn't have said anything, Jack.
No doubt in my mind it's 4.
Oh, Diverse keeps it out. It's Joao Felix versus Joe Gomez. He's away. He just has to get it on target. He has. Oh, this could be on. Oh, Jack.
How was that a pen?
Oh, Jack. You fouled me in the pot.
I actually didn't know. What the fuck? He's had his shot. Is this mental or something?
Oh no, I don't know how to take a penalty. I don't know how to take it.
I'm surprised he didn't even flip in, save it. I'm surprised that didn't go in the back of the net, to be honest. I mean, them stats say it all, don't they, really?
Yeah, they kind of do. Oh. Oh!
Jesus, man.
It's not good, is it? Oh, it's the shaky ass dance. Andy would love that. Oh, he's gone past him again. Oh, Jack, you are actually a scumbag.
Well, I can't make it. It can't be 5, mate.
How is that not a red card? That is so cynical. That could be good. Oh, it is as well. Joao Felix getting a 5th. We love it. No. No. Oh, he's got one back at me, Jack.
That's one less discard.
Oh, it's going to be the end of the game. Oh, referee blow. Thank you.
What?
Oh, well, there you go. A high scoring match for the first episode of Team Takedown of the year. 5-1,
Yep.
4 discards, Jack, coming your way.
Well,
Patrick Vieira getting a double, dirty double, and Felix as well getting 2 goals for me.
I mean, I'm sure I would have lost that game anyway, but that goalkeeper, man.
Okay, so 4 discards. I'm going to go with, firstly, your right centre mid,
Yep.
your centre defensive mid,
Yep.
your left centre mid,
Yep.
and your central centre back.
So you've got Coman.
Yes, that's one of the big ones, isn't he?
He is gone. Yes, and again. Then you've got Gundogan.
Oh God, I did get a few, didn't I?
He is gone. You've got Joao Felix.
Oh my goodness, I got like all the best ones.
Yeah, and who was... that would be Renato Sanchez. So I need to go and buy Renato Sanchez.
He's only 1,000 coins, so just... I mean, I'm willing to let you off to save everyone watching for another 30 seconds whilst you try and find the player. Okay, guys, that is going to be the end of Team Takedown for the day. I hope you've enjoyed it. Was that all the players, Jack?
That was all.
Okay, cool. Of course, we are doing another video over on Jack's channel. It's going to be the first episode of 7-minute squads of the year. So if you want to go check that out, link to it is down in the description. Go drop Jack a sub. Subscribe to me if you're new. And I really hope you've enjoyed the first episode of the year. Loads more coming. And of course, we will be doing, or if you want to put your suggestions for rules down in the comments section, then please do so. One of the things that we saw as we were queuing up for the game is that you get a whole load of like crazy new game modes against friends, like swap and stuff like that. So I might add those to the wheel if you'd like me to, so that potentially we end up having swap players and stuff as we go into the game. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.